Day 5. I can't believe it's been so long already, and it's been so amazing. So, 8 in the morning, I had my peach tea, they've all had their coffee, and Chips, his mom, and I are headed off to go on another tour. So we are going to go on an early morning birding tour so that we can see what kind of birds might be hiding in there with the cicadas. There's so many cicadas right now because it's the 10 and 17-year cicadas coming out at the same time on the East Coast in the United States right now. So they're all over the place and very happy about it. But we're going to go see what kind of beautiful birds we might be able to find this early in the morning. And then later, I know Chips wants to go and see if we can find Fido, the 15-foot alligator who lives up by the golf course. So we're going to see if we can catch him basking at high noon today. That's our goal. So alright, another day of adventure. Let's get started.
Came out here last week and one of the parents brought in a mouse. So I carry a mouse.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh wow.
Gotta get more food.
Yeah, I brought them.
Yeah, the other fledgling's on the right.
Yeah.
That was the mother or father.
Right, you can't tell the male and females apart. They look
And I have a
pretty much.
carrot, red shoulder in my place.
Yeah.
Up in Cincinnati.
Okay.
And one is very much lighter in the chest than the other. And it must be the female. And they hang out. I have horses, and they just hang out together. It's really beautiful. They can get a mouse in the field, and they share the field.
Oh, is that 100?
That's 100.
It's gotten bigger, hasn't it?
Yeah, that is.
How fun. So we're on the birding tour right now, and there, you hear that? That is the painted bunting, and it is proving to be just as frustrating for the professionals and the avid birders in the group to actually get a glimpse of as it has been for us. Because these painted buntings will show up and you can hear them all over the place, but you can't really see them, even though they're exceptionally brightly colored males and kind of like lime colored dab females. And so you can hear lots of buntings right now calling to one another. And what we need to do is Chips and I are going to get a recording of the painted bunting male call. Apparently the one on the Cornell avian website is really good. And then you come out and you play the recording for the eastern painted bunting, because birds do have accents, and they recognize different calls primarily to their region. And then we're going to see if we can call one in, because they'll come to investigate the call if you play it a few times, because they're territorial, and they want to see who this other painted bunting dares to think he is, encroaching on your territory. So we're going to see if we play the call a few times, if we can attract a painted bunting. But yeah, we're on the tour, and nobody can really see him, even though we hear them all over the place. And there he is again.
If you watch them, cardinals are annoying because they have a lot of different calls.
That's what. Yeah.
But yeah, you can, if you come soon where I am, you can see it moving.
So that's 100. So it was the very first one they tagged, and they work backwards.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think it's 100.
Now, do you find that people feed them and they come up here?
I mean,
Coming this way.
yeah, they just stray.
Right. I remember a couple years ago, they would just hang like they were just trolling for food.
This
Yeah.
person.
He might throw one over here.
So do we know who this is?
You know,
If he's missing his back leg, that's something.
It looks kind of small to
I
be.
think it's smaller than Stumpy. Well,
What happens if somebody's like another gator?
yeah, so alligators are very territorial animals, and the springtime is breeding something.
How long would you get
He might get that.
turtle?
So the distance from his nose to his eyes in inches to his full body length is very big.
So he's what, 8?
The turtle's alert now.
The turtle has to move.
Turtle has to-
He's coming.
Uh-oh.
To be cool.
Nap time.
What are these alligators' primary concern?
Hello, Graginoli. How are you? I need to get in here. Okay. Pardon me.
Not really moving for you.
There you go. And this, unfortunately, is a little glass lizard who didn't quite make it. I know it looks like a snake at first, but up at the head you can see that's not a snake head, that's a skink head. And so this is a glass lizard. It's a smaller specimen than the one that we found in the woods the other day, but it is very, very pretty still. I really love its scales. My guess is that it was not hit by a golf cart, but perhaps an animal got it and then dropped it, because you can see the joint right here where it tried to throw its tail the way they will do to try to escape a situation or try to get out. I'm not sure if the break would be that high or if it would be lower down, but it's not smushed the way so many poor unfortunate toads have been around here. So my guess is the poor little guy just got caught by something and something didn't finish him off, maybe just a glancing blow by a golf cart. But you really have to look out when you're on these island roads, because the reptiles will come out to bask on the tarmac during high noon, and that's very exciting when it's an alligator. We haven't seen that happen just yet, but it's also a little bit sad when it's just a little glass lizard trying to cross the road, so you gotta watch out for him. But there's another glass lizard, so that's the second one I've seen, and he was just right here along the side of the road next to one of the little beach houses. So sorry, little guy. So I'm walking over to the gift shop right now to go see what they've got over at the Conservancy Gift Shop, and there's all these golf carts parked at the commons, and I was trying to figure out what's going on. And it's actually way back there is a wedding, so somebody is getting married right now. But yeah, you can see as we're walking by, it's just lines and lines of gift carts. And I think they're saying the vows right now, because you can see everyone standing very solemn with their arms like folded in front of them. So yeah, yeah. So they're exchanging vows right now. So like, congratulations, whoever getting married right now. That's really cute. I hope you are all having a good day. Yeah, there's so many people. That's really fun. It's just kind of cool. You're just walking along on your way to the beach. There's just a big wedding going on. So fun. I got a little sea turtle jar. It's so cute. I got the blue one because I wanted it to represent like the sea turtle, and I'm going to pretend like this is seaweed because it's just absolutely adorable. But I got it because I looked at it and I realized it was perfect for dun 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 housing my shells. So I moved my tiny shells, and some of the shells I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep in here. I've got all the itty bitty little baby whelks that I collected from the whelk egg casing. I have the itty bitty tiny little crab shell I found. I really like the crab shells. One of the spiral shells. We've got a shark eye right here. I don't know what that is, but it's really cool looking. There's a whole bunch of them. I think they're like related to the baby's ears, but I'm not sure because being an expert in seashells is not my forte. That's definitely my mom's thing. And then here is a nice little mollusk that is still stuck together. It's really cool. You can see the site of his murder actually, because if you pick him up, and I'm still trying to handle him gently, but if you pick him up and look at the back, there's a hole back there, and that hole is actually where something else burrowed in and ate him. And then right here's a little piece of a shell that's just been battered and washed down. Usually these are just clamshell pieces that get washed down, but it was bright and purple and pretty, and it was on the beach the first day we walked there, and it's the piece that Chips picked up and gave to me as a gift, so of course I'm going to keep that. But yeah, I told myself only what fits inside of this little container can come home because I don't want to overload myself with specimens, and now I have the perfect little container. It's awesome. So a really cool thing on the way to the gift shop, in the gift shop, and on my way back to the gift shop, I ran into 3 wedding parties, which was really fun. So it's Saturday, so I guess everybody is like, hey, I'm gonna get married on a beautiful May afternoon on an island, and they came here. I ran into one wedding party that you guys saw that was actually in the comments, and they were saying their vows as I walked by. So that was kind of cool because you sort of feel really excited even when you're just like on the accidental periphery of someone's wedding. You're like, wow, this is awesome, this is a monumental day, and everybody like worked really hard to make this happen, and there was a relationship behind this, and it's just a story unto itself that I only got to get a glimpse of as I walked by, so that was really cool. And then I ran into a wedding party loaded into a tram. So the trams that are on the island are golf carts that have like little passenger attachments, like little passenger carts attached to them, like in 2 or 3 deep. And I ran into a couple trams full of another wedding party. I think they were on their way to like one of the fancy clubs that are on the island to go host a party there. And then while I was in the gift shop, there were a whole bunch of people from another wedding party who have the wedding like in an hour who were over there, and they were joking around because it was all the guys, and they're like, oh, you know, getting ready for a wedding when you're a guy, it's easy, you just gotta shower and throw on your suit. And all of the like gift shop ladies were joking and teasing them because they're like, oh, you sound like my husband when we got married, and it's so much easier when you're a guy. It's an all-day event if you're a woman and you have to put on that makeup and all the jewelry and the hair. So I thought that was really fun, and it was a good reminder, especially when I was walking back and looked at the wedding party that had said their vows, to like, if I ever do something like that, just make it really simple. In fact, probably just spend all the money like going traveling and eloping instead, because oh my goodness, walking back and looking at the people from the wedding party who had just finished saying their vows, it's a hot day and everyone was fully dressed in like multi-layered black suits, and then all of the women had like black skirts on with multiple like vests and like fancy layer on top, and everyone looked really uncomfortable. All of the older people were like leaning against trees and like hobbling to the golf carts, and I just felt really sad for them because it's like, well, you have the beautiful picturesque like traditional wedding attire, but it's really hot and you're on an island, and that has to be very uncomfortable. So I hope they had a good time though. I hope it was totally exactly what they wanted. And it was kind of funny because I was walking by and a whole bunch of the groomsmen were just like trading bug spray and spraying it all over their suits to try to keep the bugs at bay. So maybe that's a reminder for when you have a destination wedding. Think about the attire. It might not be as traditional as a nice air-conditioned church or other place might be. So it was really fun. But yeah, it's been a really relaxed day. Running over to the gift shop is the first thing that I've really done in a few hours, because we've been a little bit busy saying goodbye and then hello to more of Chips' family coming and going. Just kind of a tired day because we did wake up for the 8 in the morning birding tour. And I'm used to being up like at 6 or 7 because I just wake up that time anyway. But Chips and everybody else is a little bit more like, it's nap time, which is, it's vacation. So if it needs to be nap time, it's nap time. But I've been doing a lot of work on both the main and the vlog channel and editing a ton of videos because yesterday was one of the most adventure-packed days we've had. We went on 2 tours yesterday and 1 tour this morning. Got to meet lots of awesome interns from the Conservancy, so that was really, really awesome. I had a great time being able to talk shop with the biology people. It was fantastic. And I ended up having to like break the vlogs from yesterday up into 2 videos because there was so much awesomeness. So it was really fun, but it's really weird to shift gears from like high gear to like low gear like that so suddenly. And I'm realizing what I really love about this vacation is I think when people say that they need a little rest and relaxation, a little R&R on vacations, I'm sure for some people that means like actual rest. But for me, it's like the vacation is letting me discover more about myself and that I have a real passion for going on adventures and for keeping moving and for doing and creating and learning and discovering and interacting. And it's really surprising because I thought that my energy level was a lot more like low level, laid back, zen garden meditation, not move for hours and contemplate the beauty of one blade of grass sort of energy level. And I'm finding maybe that's how it used to be, but not anymore. I really like to keep moving and discovering. I like to go on big walks every morning, and I like to make sure that I get lots of work done in the afternoon, not out of like a sense of I have to get this done, but because it's very rewarding for me on a lot of different levels. So it's really fun because for some people this is coffee time, this is sleep on the beach time, and for me this is time to just kind of feel out that I love adventure. So that's what I'm getting out of this vacation, and I think that's a really good thing. And I think that it's going to influence me a lot when I get back home because I'm ready to kind of kick the channel, the main channel, up into high gear to get the graphics and everything laid on the vlog channel. I've already really learned a ton of new skills when it comes to vlogging for the vlog channel just in doing this because I'm not very good at making like, I would say super engaging vlogs just yet, but this is my space, you know what I mean? I am kind of making a video diary and sharing my life with you guys, and I'm not trying to do it for views, I'm not trying to do it for more money. That's like I think I checked and like the maximum I've ever earned on my vlog channel is 48 cents in a day, and that's maximum of anything I've ever earned. And a lot of the year, because I've only done like a few vlogs here and there, a lot of the year was like nothing or like 2 cents and then maybe 4 cents. So it's not for money, not for views, it's for me. And I think everyone needs to have a creative space like that. And it's been very rewarding to know that I'm capturing the adventure for my future self, which is what I'm always trying to remember, is that this will be for me next year. Hi, 2017 Seri, checking the Bald Head Island trip. That was really cool. Are we there again, Seri? Let me know if we're there again. Send your past self a message, like right now. I want it to just fall from the sky and I like deliver it to me by bunting. There was a pair of bunting socks. There was actually a pair of bunting socks at the gift shop, and I told myself, no, Seri, that's too silly. You can't buy a $12 pair of socks. There's just bunting socks, but I might do it. So we'll see. I'll go back with chips tomorrow. But yeah, future Seri, this is your how are you doing signal. Hey. So I hope future Seri is having a good time and we've gone on even more adventures. But that's the whole point, is that I really don't have a very good memory, and there's some reasons behind that one day I might talk about, but not today. I'm on vacation and it's happy time now. So it's really helpful to record these and prepare them for the future and toss them to my future self by putting them on YouTube. Because you never know what might happen to your computer and you lose all the files, so it's very nifty to do this. And just share the adventure, and you live differently. To me, running my YouTube channels, I know I'm rambling about this now. Sorry, it's my space, my creative space, that's what it's for. But running my YouTube channels often feels, especially with the vlogs, like taking care of like kids of my own or something like that. Not the channel themselves, but the knowledge that I have an audience. And so I think that's what's so different for me when I get behind the camera, is I feel like I kind of am guiding like my pseudo children, and a really, like, it's the best metaphor I can think of, probably because I've been a nanny. But it's like that. I feel like I'm kind of guiding somebody that I care about a lot, and that I'm trying to show them the world in a positive, enlightening way. And when you live like that, like when I was a nanny, especially because I nannied my cousins, so they were family and I deeply loved them and I could love them because they're related. So it's not like, hi, I'm your nanny and I have to leave now, and then like you break that bond because you're not actually family. That's very stressful. So I was very lucky to nanny my cousins. And when you have the responsibility of nannying, or I assume parenting, then you engage with the whole world all the time in your head in a different way, because you never know when that little one's going to pop up and ask a question, and you want to already be mentally there, mentally in the happy place of being able to provide an answer that's enlightening and positive and excitable and can make that little person happy and confident. And that's kind of how I feel about taking care of my channels, is that knowing that I'm going to be whipping my camera out all the time, or knowing that I have a responsibility to get adventures and blogs and videos up on both the main channel and this channel, it feels like guiding my kids around. And so I try to stay more positive, more engaged, more optimistic than I think I would be if it was just, oh, well, I'm not going to put this in the joy journal, I'm not going to record this, I'm not going to capture this moment in any way, it's just kind of here and gone. So that's why I think the channels are really good for me. But yeah, there's a ramble, and I actually got thrown off of my ramble because there's some birds really having a conversation over there, so we might go check out what's going on over there. And I got distracted because there was a really cool bird, like, fight? Like a dueling battle. There was a bird song duel that was going on out here, and I wasn't able to catch any of them on the camera, but I think it was actually just some Carolina wrens deciding to kind of bird song duel it out, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, the only other thing I was going to say before I go off in search of more adventure is how awesome it is to live differently when you know you're going to be kind of like on the camera, when you know you're going to be creating the memories in a tangible physical format like a video. And I really, really, really love that. So it's just like when you know you are going to have an audience to share this with, or people that you really care about. That's what it feels like. It kind of feels like when I nannied my cousins, and knowing that I was responsible for people that, little people especially, that I really, really, really cared about deeply, that I loved. Then you kind of kept your head mentally in a positive space all the time. You kind of searched out adventure, you pushed yourself a little bit harder because you wanted to make sure the kids were happy. You wanted to show them the world through their fresh set of eyes, and you wanted to try to live up to as many opportunities and as much excitement and as much adventure as you could expose them to, because you know how important it is for little kids to be exposed to that. And that's kind of how it feels like when I run my channels. It's like I know how important it is to share the happiness, and I want to share that happiness with you guys, so it's really fun. I'll have to think about how to phrase it better in the future, but the basic point of saying that is that I live differently because of sharing these things with you, and I am very grateful for that, and I am very excited because it's constantly challenging me to figure out new ways to make the vlogs better, not because I want them to look fancier, not because of views, not because of anything other than I really want to make sure that my ultimate goal is to share the positivity, the beauty, the opportunity, the sheer adventure of life with everybody that I can. And that's really, really important to me. And it's just really fun to feel like you're getting kind of good at what you do. And I'm starting to feel like that with the main channel, and I'm still in the baby splashing early, like, is this good, or is this just fudge knuckly sort of title pool with the vlog channel. But it's just really great to look at it instead of being discouraged because you're like, maybe my content isn't where I want it to be. You don't think from that point of view when you just want to share happy moments and you just want to share adventure, because you want to just go make more adventure and more happy moments. And I'm just confident that I'm going to let myself be challenged enough to get better at what I do in being able to make these, and being able to go on adventures, and being able to get the equipment, and being able to always stay true to that mission of sharing those moments with you guys. And so in a weird way, that's why I'm excited about like redoing the art for the vlog channel, and that's why I'm excited about all of the future adventures, because it's a challenge to do it right. It's a challenge to do it consistently. And it's a challenge that I can push myself up against and feel like I'm growing. And that's awesome. I think everybody needs something like that in their life that's a creative force. But alright, I think I've set it. I just really had to figure out a way to set it. So I'm gonna go and see if Chips is ready to wake up from his nap. And then we're gonna go look for more adventure. So Chips just told me his secret. He has been lowering the AC temperature in the house progressively to see how long it would take before someone complained. And he told me his secret and I just burst out like, so I've been so cold, I thought I was getting sick. And it was so cold and my little skin's so cold and I've been huddling on my heat pad. I brought my heat pad with me because I get cold so easily. So he gave a big dramatic sigh and he's like turning it up again, but that was funny. What I just found on our walk, eggshells. Little eggshells from who knows what. And look, it's like a little eggshell ring. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna go show Darling. Wow.